Well, this week, back in 1935, Will Rogers was killed in a plane crash with pilot Wiley Post.
Will's family marked the anniversary today at his tomb in Claremore. News on 6's Emery Bryan has that story.
Will Rogers still has descendants living in Oklahoma, but for this anniversary of his death, family from all over the country came in for the occasion. The Will Rogers Memorial honors the life of Oklahoma's favorite son year-round, but once a year, visitors pause to remember the day he died.
We're very pleased to have so many members of the Rogers family here.
Will's descendants and family gathered to place a wreath atop his tomb. This yearly remembrance is the start of a weekend to celebrate his life. The family had a moment of silence with a busload of tourists from Ohio watching.
I find it fascinating that so many people still have an interest in the life of Will Rogers.
Will died in 1935, and while his extended family is large and there's more than a few lookalikes around, the mantle of leading the family is now on his great-granddaughter.
The number one comment that I get nowadays is we need Will Rogers now more than we ever have. And I think that for people to instill those values into their children and grandchildren.
The memorial was built just a few years after Will died, and even older folks now only know of Will through their parents. For family, it's different.
It's quite an honor, and I believe that, certain things get passed from generation to generation, and my passion for aviation, I think, came from my great-uncle Will.
We didn't ever brag about it or anything growing up.
Jim Meyer's grandmother was Will's sister and told stories of regular visits. The family helped steer the way he's remembered and continues to work to make sure he's not forgotten. In Claremore, Emery Bryan, Oklahoma's own, News on 6.